No, it's a great question. I would say the process for us is, start conversations early. Again, it's about building a relationship and a partnership. And so I think you need to build trust with the investors, with the partners that you're going to be working with. And so I'd recommend folks that do want to fundraise start the process probably 2 to 3 months sooner than you think you need to. And just start having conversations of, hey, I'm starting to see this in the market. There's other investors that are reaching out, they're preempting, they're expressing interest. Like, what do you think? Here's where we're at with our business. Do you think we're ready to fundraise? What do you think about our vision? Is this like VC worthy? And essentially just ask them for advice. It's a really great way to get a partner to buy in on what you're doing and then for them to pitch it to the rest of the partners at the IC meeting. And ideally you kind of want to get as many of these conversations started as possible without actually saying, hey, we are fundraising, right? Because as soon as you say, hey, we're fundraising, the investors kind of lose interest and they're like, okay, well, like the process has already started, we'll jump in at the end if we're interested, if there's room for us once they get a term sheet. Versus if you sort of just say, hey, yeah, we're thinking about it, we're not really sure if we want to, we're really close to profitability, and so we might just go become profitable and not raise another round, but we see this bigger vision, like what do you think? Sooner than later, most likely an investor is going to say, hey, like, you know what, we're interested in leading this. Like, let's take the lead on this. We'll set the terms on it. If you agree to it, here's our term sheet. And then once you have one term sheet, that's when you make a mad dash to hit the ground running and reach out to every other investor that you've talked to that potentially could lead and say, hey, we have a term sheet. We're interested in working with you. Would you be interested in putting up a term sheet as well? And then once you get competing term sheets, that's how you get a great valuation. It's essentially like same as selling a company, right? Like if you have multiple folks bidding on it, you can essentially use those as, hey, this is what the market's telling me, and that's going to just drive the price higher and higher in terms of your valuation. I guess one of the thing to note, if you're getting folks reaching out to you from VC firms, typically it's going to be the associate that reaches out, which is someone that's entry level at the firm. I would recommend not taking that meeting as much as possible. It rarely ever leads anywhere. You want to try and get a meeting with one of the partners who's someone that actually has, more say within the firm and can actually lead the deal and move the deal along throughout the process versus an associate will need to then find a partner that wants to own that deal. And the way the VC firms typically work is, typically that partner will then kind of be the liaison between your business and the VC firm, and they'll be the one that's involved for kind of the remainder of the business. And so you want to find someone that you really click with, and really trust in, someone that really believes in your vision, because they're going to be the one that's bringing the news back to the VC firm and really championing for you.